road.
We're the only idiots on this road right now.
Literally, we haven't passed any.
Corey, that's a lot of water. Corey, that's a lot of water.
These fast pumps are great. They just show you how fast you're draining your savings. It's wonderful. The adventure can officially start now.
Officially. All right, we are headed out of here. We've been in Fayetteville at Fort Bragg visiting Corey's younger brother who is based here in the Army. You have seen him here before. We were here last year where Corey was able to pin him in his sergeant promotion ceremony, which was so special. You guys know how awesome it is for us to be able to visit family while we're on the road. But right now we are packing up and getting ready to head out of here. We have some super exciting stuff coming up. Some places we've never been before, and we're really excited to see them for the first time and take you guys with us.
Okay, so this next big adventure starts at Walmart.
Out of Walmart.
Come on, you need supplies for an adventure.
That's very true.
So we are going to the Outer Banks tomorrow. We have a ferry to catch on what, Cedar Island?
Yep.
And we're
at
going
like 7 in the morning. We have to be on the ferry.
It's gonna be awesome.
I think we're gonna have to do sunrise and donuts getting on a ferry. That'll be something new.
Totally new. So we need some stuff. Okay, so the adventure can officially start now.
Officially.
We
are
have
stocked.
Lots of stuff.
We're hoping that there will be some locations where we can actually make a fire on the beach, but we're gonna have to find that out as we get up there. I have to say I have the hardest time normal grocery shopping after living in an RV. So like when we're in Maine at the lake house or we're with family and we go grocery shopping, it's such a drag to have to bring your groceries in and put them in a car and then bring the car somewhere and then load them in the RV. Like we're so used to just loading the RV with all of our groceries. And in the time that we're living in right now, it saves you a lot of gas because you're not taking as many trips. So instead of going grocery shopping while we were at Evan's house, we wanted to spend as much time with him as possible, not take extra trips out, and we were able to come here on our way. This is right off the highway, grab our groceries, grab the stuff at the other stores that we stopped at.
It's a great like pit stop.
Yes.
So instead of just stopping and doing nothing, we use like a Walmart trip as a pit stop. Whatever. We just we did some of the shopping that we needed to do.
But we're conscious of
wasting a day.
Right. We're conscious of that as we're going. So along the route, I found multiple Walmarts that were easy stops, but this one just happened to have a mall across the street, so we can get all these things done in one stop. Layla is our master packer and organizer.
Okay, so we got ribs. I want to do a rib night. We got some corn on the cob that I don't really see where to. Oh, there it is. Corn on the cob. I'm pretty pumped on that. We're gonna do. Oh yes. We're going to do like kind of a seafood night, so we have some salmon and some tuna. Salmon.
Just salmon. Salmon. Got some salmon.
Evans been talking about his Solomon shoes, so it's all screwed me up.
I know.
I'm going to cook, I've never cooked these before.
What are they?
Beef chuck riblets. So I want to try these when I do the ribs just to see, you know, how they are. Cream horns. So this is like donuts and coffee in the morning.
That's going to be our sunrise and donuts. When we can't find them.
So when we say donuts,
that's a good option.
It's pastries, it's whatever you can eat out on the beach.
Which some people don't actually know what cream horns are. This is really kind of a New England thing, but Walmarts carry them, which is why we love them so much, because they're one of the only places we can find them. There's not many donut shops that carry them across the U.S. other than New England. Good.
I'm pretty pumped.
It's going to be so good.
All right, and it's not all just junk food. We got a bunch of stuff for kebabs and salads. Oh, and melon.
Yep.
I love melons. The sun's out now. It's looking a little bit iffy as far as weather goes. So we're going to Cedar Island RV Resort, and it'd be nice to set up in the sun.
Yeah.
Because the weather looks like it might be taking a turn. I want to talk a little bit more about why we're so excited for Ocracoke.
Which is the island that we will be heading to on the ferry tomorrow from Cedar Island. And the cool part about the campground we're staying in is it is right next to the ferries. So I think the RV site's actually back up to where the ferries dock. So you're right where you need to be if you have to be there early in the morning.
It's going to be so
Which we
much
do.
fun.
It's so sweet when people stop and say hi.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So sweet.
We got like an hour and a half drive. Great job, girls.
Well done, ladies.
We abandoned you.
Abandoned him. It's fine. We got it done.
Okay, so we tucked ourselves in kind of a hole here. We have to go out that way right there. But we've passed that point. So that's another good thing about this backup camera. I mean, I obviously walked behind there and I saw that there was nothing behind there, but it just keeps someone else from spotting. So I need to back up. All that to say,
We have to back up to get out. This is something to look out for. So we've said before, we always use Google Earth on the satellite version so that we can actually look at every parking lot, and you will be able to see any Walmart parking lot that has all of these trees and divides and all this kind of stuff, because it is a super pain to maneuver when you're in the RV.
These fast pumps are great. They just show you how fast you're draining your savings. It's wonderful. But seriously, let's not talk about gas prices anymore.
It's put such a damper on
It
the
really
conversation.
So I filled up earlier today. We left my brother's in Fayetteville this morning, and I filled up the truck before we left. And it was even cheaper than that. We were just under a half a tank.
Yep.
And the pump shut off before it even filled the tank.
It's so
at
depressing.
$125.
So depressing.
And it still wasn't even full.
I know. It's not a laughing matter because that's all we can do at this point, but we have had so many people write to us and tell us that they're changing all of their summer plans because this is affecting their budgets so much for the trips they're taking.
Fuel is twice what it was last year.
It's crazy.
So I understand. You can't go as far sometimes.
So people have been asking us that as well. So what are you guys going to do? We are going to have to make concessions in other areas. It's just like budgeting in any business. There are sometimes where things are going to cost more than they did before, and you're going to have to make, concessions in a different area. So that's what we're going to have to do.
Restaurant visit,
Absolutely.
Skip that one
activity.
Event, there's a few things you have to give and take.
Yeah. Exactly. And, for those of you that are, needing to stay closer to home, we say it all the time, so many people don't even know the gems in their own backyard. Maybe this is a good time to take up the challenge of finding things close to you that you can go and figure out. That's
part of this trip, to show, I don't see too much about the Outer Banks, and I'm really excited about the Outer Banks. And they're on the East Coast. They're not far from a whole giant group of people. Okay, so here's the thing I keep on alluding to, but I'll probably tell the story back. I took trips with a friend of mine who had a 57-foot boat, and we took trips from Portland, Maine, all the way down to the Exumas in the Bahamas. So we went up and down the coast. Well, one of our trips coming from the Exumas back up to Portland, we pulled into Ocracoke Island, and the seas were so rough, we could not pull back out. It was beautiful. It was 80 degrees.
This is where I need to interject. I get a phone call from him, and I'm at home in Maine with 2 toddlers, and he's like, honey, I'm stranded on an island.
14 years ago.
This was in 2008, and I'm looking at the weather in North Carolina and at this island, and I'm like, you're stranded on an island, really? It's 80 degrees. He's sending me pictures of he and his dad, because his dad was with him
so much fun.
on the beach. I was like, yeah, right, you're stranded.
And so that's one of the main reasons why I want to go back to Ocracoke. I want to share the stories that we made there with the kids.
Yeah, because I've seen all of his pictures and all that kind of stuff. I want to be able to see
Unfortunately,
it.
I don't think I took much video back then. Just a straight up photographer. And I'm kicking myself. I wish I did shoot some film, because when we finally did leave Ocracoke Island, it was a whole new adventure.
I think it's interesting though, as we're talking about like backyard and stuff. We were based in Norfolk when he was in the Navy when we first got married, and we were living in Virginia Beach, and we still never drove down and explored Outer Banks. We were right there.
Yeah, it's so strange. But that's typical. When you're in an area for a while, you're like, oh, I'll get to that eventually. And then someday never comes.
I know. So let us know where you guys are going this summer. Even if your plans have changed, let us know what you're researching and what you're finding closer to your home, because we want to know those fun secret spots that you guys are finding.
There is adventure everywhere. We keep saying everywhere there's adventure, you can save some money. For instance, our lake that we live by, as soon as we left the dock, it was adventure.
Yes.
And that was 2 miles from our house.
Exactly.
It was a whole different world. So it's a lot to do with your mindset.
Yeah, if you're looking for it, there are going to be things that you can find. You can find hikes, you can find new things to go see, new places to go visit.
Unfortunately, I think we're going to be checking into this campground at night.
Yeah.
In a half mile, turn left.
Can I talk about something sad though?
What is sad
You guys
though?
were talking about gas, and I didn't want to like interrupt, but there was a hamburger on the ground.
At the gas station?
There's a cheeseburger.
Are you hungry?
Are you a little
So
starving?
hungry,
Yeah, we got a little bit late of a start this morning. It's so hard saying goodbye to family, and so I feel
It
like we
is.
always are late leaving.
This is something that's been on the list for a long time. Basically since 20 years ago.
I know.
20 years ago when I was stationed down here in Virginia, I've wanted to go to the Outer Banks and I never did. I did go on the boat, and I had actually the best story ever, because that story gets told all
Everywhere we
the time.
go.
Like,
Everywhere
who
we
gets
go.
marooned on an island? Come on, it was awesome. So next stop is Cedar Island. Oh, look.
Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go.
There's the proper Outer Banks sign right there. Welcome to the Outer Banks. I'm so excited. And this water,
It's looking a little choppy.
oh my gosh.
I don't think they can see through here, but
No, you
Wow.
can't. I can't tell if you can tell by the fact that we're just all over the place how excited we are. But we're really excited.
Really excited.
Okay, this is legit the most wind we've driven in since Iowa, I think, when we first started in 2018.
Yeah.
We just kind of avoid driving if it's going to be super windy, but I guess it's always just windy out here.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not white knuckling or anything, but
You can definitely feel it.
you can definitely feel it.
Wow. Look at how gorgeous this is, though.
It's probably nice and blue water normally.
It's a little gray looking right now.
A little gray looking right now. Well, we're a little late. 7:30 is going to come awful early to be packed up on that ferry. We haven't brought it up yet. We've never been on a ferry with this RV. We've been on a ferry with the truck, but never with the truck and the trailer.
I know.
So
This is the RV's first
it's like
ferry ride.
It's a 2-hour ride too, so it's going to be cool. It's going to be really
Fun
cool.
fact, Corey and I actually had to ride ferries to play one of the teams that we played in high school.
Oh,
so
Vinyl
when we
Haven.
were in high school, we would have to take a ferry across, like both the guys' teams and the girls' teams in soccer and in basketball and softball, and we would take the ferry across, play a Friday night game, sleep at the school,
In the gym.
and then in the gym, and then play a Saturday game to get our double games in.
That's what happens when you're in a Class D school.
In Maine, that's
In
like the
Maine.
smallest high school that you can play.
There wasn't a lot of different schools to play against, so
But it was such an adventure. It was
traveled
so much
all
fun.
over, all over the state.
The Outer Banks
This is
reclaiming the road.
This is actually water in the road right now.
Oh my gosh!
Whoa!
Salt water.
No!
We're gonna go super duper slow.
Oh man.
Are you sure we're on the right road?
Yeah. Yeah, this is
We're gonna have to like rinse out
everything.
You do not want to be driving on salt water.
Yikes.
Holy
cow, that's more water.
Oh my god.
Huh. Okay.
Hey, you guys said you wanted an adventure. Ocean 1, Nickerson 0.
All right. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is interesting. This just started showing up that there's like an orange section right here. There's no traffic.
Water.
It's just the water infringing on our road.
We're the only idiots on this road right now.
Literally, we haven't passed any cars. We've never had to drive through water before like that, let alone salt water.
That's the. If it was regular water, I wouldn't
You
care
wouldn't
so
mind
much.
at all.
Look, everything's so dirty.
I know.
Got
You
seaweed and
splattered
everything.
You got seaweed.
Come on.
Don't love
Let's try. The road is dry.
Yes, we're good. Okay, here we go. We've traversed the ocean.
I thought we were taking a ferry. I didn't realize we were driving over there.
We're just gonna drive to
Drive fast enough, you'll just float
It's gonna be
across
fine.
the top.
The orange we're almost past, so I think that was the worst.
Well, these are water electric sites, right?
As far as I know,
So I'll just
we'll just rinse everything off.
That's like
Corey, that's a lot of water. I don't. Corey, that's a lot of water.
I can still see the water.
Okay.
I wonder, maybe this is not salt water. No.
Maybe it's brackish. Let's call it brackish.
Well, that means it's salt. Oh my gosh. Corey. Okay.
Is it just getting deeper?
Oh my gosh.
We're like leaving a wake behind us.
Oh my goodness.
We're committed now.
Holy crap. Yeah, we can't go back now.
This is like 12 inches of water.
Just, kayaking down your street. We're gonna wake up at our campground in the morning and
Let's hope that our campground is a little higher. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So we're gonna be over to the right. So I'm turning before the little blue building right there. I think that's what it is. Okay, great. Thank you so much. Okay, so we actually are going over there.
We're going over there?
Yes.
How do we get
So
over there?
I think you're gonna actually have to
I'll
go
have to
that,
drive
way
that way.
and go over here.
We just have to drive that way.
Yeah. I'm so cold. I'm like
Yeah.
shaking. It's freezing outside.
Yeah, this is great.
I don't know. But that's a new view. We've never had cows just like roaming around the sites as we're backing in.
All right, we made it in. It is so crazy and windy here. We went through all that salt water, so I just want to go and rinse the truck off in the underside of the RV. It might not get it all, but it should get the majority of it. I wish I had brought. I almost bought it before we came here. It's a product called Salt Away, so you kind of just mix it with water, and it just dissolves the salt. I'll probably do that when we're on the island or getting off the island because we're gonna be in the salt for a little bit this time. We got a call.
Our ferry for tomorrow morning has been canceled, so
As you can see, why? It's
exactly
because of weather.
So we don't know if we can get on the 4:30 ferry. There's a 7:30, a 10:30, and a 4:30.
With RVs, you had to get reservations.
That's right. Exactly. They actually suggest any passenger car get a reservation, but because we're considered a triple because we're so long, we definitely have to get a reservation.
And what did you say? It was $45?
Yeah, so $45 for us to bring the truck and the RV, and it's a 2-hour ferry ride. Like, it's a sweet ride.
Yeah.
So
Well, if we get on it.
if we actually get on it, it's a little funny.
It's fitting.
We might
Like,
actually be
I got stranded on the island. Now we're going to get stranded on this island, not being able to get to that
to
island.
Okotoks.
Okra Coke.
I'm sorry.
When's the
For
last
anyone
time
who
you
lives
guys said? When's the last time you guys said Okeechobee?
Never.
I've never said it.
Okay.
Coke.
Apparently, she says it all the time,
Okra,
so it's
Coke,
hard for.
They're trying to keep the door from
Got it. I
slamming.
have sand in my teeth.
Okay.
All right, so I don't have
cleaning
the
off the
slide
salt.
in yet because I want to spray up underneath
What
there.
he means is he doesn't have the slide out yet. He still has the slide in.
Yes, I don't have the slide out yet. I got to spray that first, and then they can enjoy life in here. But it's gonna be freezing out there.
I know.
So this is it for us tonight. We'll see. We'll see
This
what
is
happens
about
tomorrow.
enough adventure for the day.
Yeah.
So tomorrow will be new.
Bye.
How's it going?
Well done. We will not rust out.
Nice, honey. Thanks for always protecting our things.